we may find out who will face the New York Mets in the NLCS in Game 4 at Petco Park. The Los Angeles Dodgers are trying to keep their season alive and force a Game 5 back at Dodger Stadium. We're here at San Diego, California for Game 4 of this NLDS. The Dodgers took Game 3, 6-5 on their victory there, despite Teoscar Hernandez hitting a grand slam to bring it to within one. That was all they could really muster. The Padres completely blew out the Dodgers in Game 2, 10-2, including on a highlight reel robbery by Jurickson Profar to set the tone for what it would be like for the rest of the game for San Diego. It leaned the way was Fernando Tatis for the Padres. Despite him going 1 for 4 in the last game, he does have a batting average of .556 throughout the postseason. And the Padres look to keep the trend going of no division-leading team that has clinched a bye going to the NLCS throughout the current playoff format in the MLB. Hello everyone, I am Alec. Now the back's against the wall for the Dodgers. They've been in a familiar spot before. They've been in this place last year and the year before. The Dodgers, they had yet to announce a starting pitcher up until now. They're going with Ryan Brasier as an opener. So this is not necessarily something for them, which is obviously for them, they are one of the best teams in baseball, but they have struggled against Dylan Cease, at least in the strikeout department. For 112 combined career plate appearances against him, the current lineup possesses a fade-worthy 31.3% strikeout rate and 35.5% whiff rate. Teoscar Hernandez and Mookie Betts did the most damage to San Diego in Game 3, with Hernandez hitting a grand slam, but they are combined 3-23 against Cease, 3 base hits, and 10 strikeouts. For San Diego, Cease put a strong campaign in 2024, and through 33 starts, 14-11, 3.47 ERA of a 107 whip, and its underlying metrics are even stronger. He boasts a 3.34 expected ERA and a 2.14 expected BA. And as mentioned before, he is in the 92nd percentile in whiff rate and 89th percentile in strikeout rate. That's about a balanced start as you would get him out of Game 1 of this series, giving up 5 runs on 6 hits and under 4 innings of work. But despite that uncharacteristically poor performance, he still racked up 5 punch-outs, which would be enough to once again get him over the hump and get the victory. So for the Dodgers, their pitching plans for this NLDS, it's all hands on deck. After LA dropped Game 3, San Diego holds a 2-1 series edge in the series, needing just one more to end the season of their top divisional rival. For the rest of the NLDS, the Dodgers are in win or go home mode, starting with finding a way to get 27 outs tonight. The main silver lining, another tough loss, is that all of the high leverage relievers should be available with their backs against the wall. It's not a great situation for Dave Roberts to be in. Roberts did not name a starter following the loss, but he said the Dodgers will employ a bullpen game and will likely have a reliever to open the contest. That includes Brasier, who they named as their starter. Given how LA Stars have struggled in the first 3 games of the series between Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Jack Flaherty, and Walker Buehler, combined to allow 15 runs and 13 1/3 innings for a 10.13 ERA, a different approach against San Diego's lineup might work, but it's not a guarantee. The bullpens actually fared much better this series, not allowing a run against 1 and 3, as all 6 runs the relief units allowed came in the Padres' 10-2 route in Game 2. There are length options if Roberts decides to go in that route, with rookies Landon Knack and Ben Kasparius. There's a roster substitution for the injured Michael Grove, the most likely to take down the bulk innings. Neither has any postseason experience, and there's no reason to prioritize eating innings over deploying an optimal matchup. There may be no tomorrow. Blake Trinan, Alex Vesia, and Evan Phillips have not pitched since Game 1. And even the relievers who pitched on Tuesday, that's yesterday, Anthony Banda with 13, Daniel Hudson with 4, and Michael Kopech with 19, should be available to go on back-to-back days if they are needed. Should the Dodgers split the 2 games at Petco Park and force a Game 5, both Flaherty and Yamamoto are available on the rest they are accustomed to, as well as an off day to refresh the bullpen. But they have to first go through one more on the road. That is starting tonight. As for San Diego, Dylan Cease will start on short rest. So he'll take the ball for the NLDS, as per manager Mike Schill, after the 6-5 victory yesterday. He's one of the best pitchers during the regular season. He's never started a game on 3 days rest in his career. He only threw 82 pitches in Game 1, an uncharacteristically rough outing for him, allowing 5 runs over 3 1/3 innings. We had those coming on a Shohei Ohtani home run. Before that start, he hasn't pitched in 9 days. But physically, he says he feels great. The Padres have a vacancy for Game 4 after Joe Musgrove sustained a torn UCL on his right elbow during his start against the Braves in Game 2 of the NLWCS. He is set to undergo the dreaded Tommy John surgery. So the Padres added Martin Perez to the NLDS roster. He was an option to start Game 4, but Cease was one of the best pitchers in the NL this season. A 3.47 ERA and a 3.10 FIP across 33 starts. Striking out 224 hitters, one shy of the NL lead set by Chris Sale. Of a chance to clinch, the Padres are not messing around. As Schultz noted, it seemed likely the Padres are not going to ask for serious length from him. In Game 3, they used all 4 of their highest leverage arms, those including Robert Suarez, Tanner Scott, Jason Adam, and Jeremiah Estrada. All 4 of them, however, dominated, and none of them reached the 20-pitch mark. An off day on Monday, another scheduled off day Thursday. If the Dodgers force a Game 5, all 4 of them should be available. And because of that Thursday off day, Yu Darvish may almost certainly line up to start Game 5 at Dodger Stadium if necessary. He pitched 7 innings of 1-run ball on Sunday in a Game 2 victory. To go and settle into our lineups, we begin with the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, Will Smith, Tommy Edman, Gavin Lux, Kike Hernandez, and Chris Taylor. You may notice a noticeable change. Freddie Freeman has been scratched from the lineup for precautionary measures. He is dealing with an ankle injury. He started at first base and batted third in Game 3 of the NLDS, but he is scratched from the lineup. Miguel Rojas is also scratched from the lineup. He is dealing with a thigh injury. As for San Diego, their lineup goes like this: Luis Arraez, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jurickson Profar, Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, Xander Bogaerts, David Peralta, Jay Cronenworth, and Kyle Higashioka. It's 9:01 p.m. Eastern Time. They go on to the frequently asked questions for this game. As frustrating as the past 2 games have been for LA, they still have a chance to accomplish what they came to San Diego for: to find a way. If not, they'll be looking at a first-rate NLDS exit, which they consider another failure for the organization after spending over $1 billion in contracts this winter. So as for the Dodgers, they'll be going for bullpen games, starting with Brazier as an opener. He did start 4 games for the Dodgers this season, pitching 1 inning each time. He won the 2018 World Series with the Boston Red Sox. He has a .415 career postseason ERA through 17 1/3 innings, though he's allowed 2 runs over 2 1/3 innings thus far in this series. And the first time in his career, Cease is pitching on short rest after starting in Game 1 in Los Angeles, allowing 5 runs over 3 1/3 innings. He only threw 82 pitches, hasn't pitched in 9 days prior to this start. So the Dodgers are going to keep their season alive. They have to do it without Freeman, who was a late scratch from the starting lineup. Rojas, who exited Game 3 in the 3rd inning after aggravating his left adductor muscle, was also out of the Game 4 lineup, despite saying he was hopeful to start. Edman gets the start shortstop, Kike Hernandez at 3rd base, Muncy slides to 1st base, and Chris Taylor at center. As for the Padres, the biggest question is how the Padres will play their Donovan Solano, David Peralta platoon. The 37-year-old Peralta, who was offered key hits in each of the last 2 wins, will get the Game 4 start over Donovan Solano, who usually plays at 1st base. Arraez, who has been a designated hitter up until this point, he'll be at 1st base. The Dodgers have the high leverage arms rested for Game 4, and they'll deploy all of them as they are facing elimination. Phillips, Kopech, Vesia, and Treinen will be called to pitch multiple innings if needed. And what's clear is that Cease will be starting a short rest for the first time in his career. What's not clear is how long his leash may be. Cease has never pitched on 3 days rest, and the history of pitchers doing so in this postseason is dicey. The Padres will be ready with Brian Haying and Adrian Morejon, and possibly even Martin Perez for that length. In the late innings, Estrada, Adams, Scott, and Suarez all pitched in Game 3, but none of them reached the 20-pitch mark. All 4 of them will be available. We'll be set to go here for the first pitch here at San Diego. We'll be right back in a moment. I'm Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. Have the coverage momentarily. San Diego, a baseball city, and they are fired up for tonight's game here at Petco Park. While they have yet to win a World Series in their franchise's history, they are pumped up and ready to take down the Dodgers, one of their hated rivals. They have won the World Series twice in their franchise's history, 1981 and 2020. As of late, 1988, 7 times actually, 1955, 1959, 1963, 1965, 1981, 1988, and 2020. The Dodgers breaking a 32-year drought with their 7th World Series title in 2020, with Corey Seager and Mookie Betts leading the way. San Diego, on the other hand, wants some form of success, and they believe this year they have their best shot at winning the World Series. They have never won it in their history, but they have came close twice, 1984 and 1998. The last time they made it to the World Series, Bruce Bochy was their manager. 4-time World Series winning manager, 3 times with the San Francisco Giants, a core led by Madison Bumgarner and Buster Posey, and last year with the Texas Rangers, led by Corey Seager and Adolis Garcia. This is Cease's first career start on 3 days rest. He struck out 5 in Game 1, pitching 3 1/3 innings. He did not get out the 4th inning, giving up 6 hits in that game. We are underway here from San Diego. Let's get rocking and rolling. Cease has a good fastball and slider combination. Those are the two pitches that he likes going to the most, 44% and 43% of the time. But he can utilize some other pitches as well, such as a sweeper. Ohtani is the leadoff batter, as has been throughout this season. Cease delivers the first pitch. Ohtani pumped and missed. Triple digits, 100 miles an hour as it was over the top side. For as good as Ohtani has been, the area which you likely want to pitch to is at the top corners. That's been his weakest links this season. Ball 1, upstairs at the top right corner, sweeper, 82 miles an hour. Ohtani is 5 of 17 in his career against Cease, including postseason, a double to regard that, and a home run. Low drive and a miss. That time it went downstairs. Ohtani wanted to pile drive it over to one of the sides of the field, whether it be the left or the right side. And the Padres honoring Peter Seidler, who passed away before this season started on November 14th of last year. He was 63. The 1-2. And Ohtani got out the way. That was closer to his fist. And so it will be 99 miles an hour. It becomes a 2-2 count. Mookie Betts on deck. He is the next batter up for LA. Towels waving here. The 2-2. Ground 1 in the second. Cronenworth picks it up and will deliver to Arias. 1 up and 1 away. So Dylan Cease early at work here. Shohei Ohtani, for as good as he's been this season, he's batted just .214 this postseason. It's his first ever postseason start in an NLDS series. Teoscar Hernandez batting .300. Gavin Lux .273. Those are the two best batters this postseason for LA. Granted, it's a small sample size. Cease pitching to Betts. It curved upstairs. Sweeper 84. It was just upstairs. Not by much, though. Last night, Mookie was 2 of 4 to end a 23 at-bat hitless streak for him. The 1-0. Oh, that fastball is way to the left at 98 miles an hour. And Mookie did not have to swing at that one, as it was well out of reach. Betts trying to continue this on from Game 3, and to show that that Game 3 showing was not a fluke. The 2-0. Foul back. 99 on the fastball, so he'll try again. Teoscar Hernandez is on deck. Mookie Betts in Game 2, the exit velocity 95.4 miles an hour at a 36-degree launch angle. He thought he was robbed by Profar again yesterday. Traveled 342 feet to left field, as opposed to the 352 feet in Game 3. But this time there was no jerks on Profar robbery. 3-1 as this was downstairs. 90 on the slider. There's some cameras on the photographers right behind. Cease delivers. Inside corner, bottom right side. For Mookie Betts is a slider at 88 miles an hour. It went all the way to the bottom right corner. Here's the full count throw. High fly ball. This is going to left center field. Chasing after his Jackson Merrill. See you later. Back-to-back solo shots for Mookie Betts. And this time, there's no question about it. It is out of here. It is over a left center field. He delivers the opening score for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well out the reach of Jackson Merrill, and this time there was no robbery for Merrill to be had. And Cease shaking his head early. I understand the frustrations. This is his first game in which he is pitching on short notice, as Teoscar did not go on that first one. It is to the left. That one went out 401 feet to center field. the former Boston Red Sox outfielder, delivering as Teoscar. Oh, that caught the top right corner. No swing from Teoscar. This series at a 1.017 OPS came over the Seattle Mariners, and he has most certainly been a boost to this lineup. Playing the outfield position, the 1-1. Did not go on that one. This one went low, slider 88. Muncy's on deck. And so that's a great breakout for Los Angeles to pull up ahead. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. I realize I did not start streaming this on Twitch. I apologize if I didn't start this on time on the Twitch side. It's a high fastball for the left side. Teoscar Hernandez to the left. And how about this? It's a base hit for Teoscar as he continues his hitting streak. He has this game-breaking ability to change a game. A good thing I have this backup as I'm recording this on audio, so I can edit this better later on. Here's Muncy, as he is going up against Cease to begin with. First pitch. That's popped up to shallow center. Jackson Merrill is calling for it, and he'll make the catch. 2 up and 2 away, and Cease has yet to strike out a batter. And Game 2 was an emotional roller coaster for Mookie Betts, as he finally got a home run, and Jurickson Profar is letting the Dodgers fans celebrate that. And in Game 3, Mookie finally got robbed of a home run, and then it was reversed, as Profar saw that one get off his fingertips. This time around, no doubter, as Jackson Merrill did not arrive on time. This is driven to left field, and Profar, he went low to make the catch! Jurickson Profar's defensive masterclass continues, and that'll bring us to the middle of the first inning, as Profar, he lost his helmet, or his cap, went low, made the catch, and that's all she wrote. Padres at the bat when we come back. Dodgers are in front thanks to Mookie Betts on a solo shot. We get introduced to the Padres. Arraez, Tatis, and Profar as the first three batters out for San Diego as they get set They try and knock off the Dodgers here in the NLDS for the third straight year by an NL West rival. Ryan Brazier, 1-0 thus far in the postseason in the NLDS. 2 1/3 innings pitched with 2 earned runs allowed. 29 games started and 29 games played. He has started 4 of them. He's being used as an opener here. Here's the first pitch. It is... Wow, they're going to call it ball 1. They did not count this towards the inside. Arraez is 2 of 14 this series, despite being the best batter in the NL this season. The one behind him is Shohei Ohtani. And this one is curved outside, bottom left. Barely missed it not by much though. 2-0. It is back-to-back sinkers that were called balls. The first one's rather questionable though. Dodgers defense is out there. The 2-0. And this one's called a strike. It's onto the inside of the fastball, 96 miles an hour. You can assume that this will be all hands on deck for the bullpen. The bullpen has actually performed better in this NLDS series as opposed to their starting pitchers. The 2-1. And this one, right onto the direction of Max Muncy. And he'll sprint to first base to get the first out. Arraez is away. Now here comes Fernando Tatis Jr., who the Dodgers have had trouble against, given that he is a .556 batting average throughout this postseason. Very electric. Tatis has been one of the most electrifying players for San Diego for a variety of reasons, both on the field and off the field. And when he sees this ball, he can rake it. Not that time around, he swung and missed at it. Well, not that time around. And that's foul left. Having some technical difficulties thus far. Well, it seems that we have resolved these technical difficulties, so we seem to be good to go. Has to do with the audio as the microphone got out, but we have a strikeout here for Ryan Brazier. So I apologize I missed that because of the technical difficulties. I wanted to get this back onto the Twitch site because it abruptly cut out. But Tatis has punched out Jurickson Profar with a .380 on-base percentage this season, which ranks second in the National League. He has reached base in 6 of 14 plate appearances in this series, and a 68% chance to reach base. Profar did not attempt on that fastball. It's down the middle at 96 miles an hour. Question is, how far will Brazier go? He's 31 years old, 3 of 11 in this series with 3 walks. The 0-1. This is foul to the left. It'll be an 0-2 count. Manny Machado is on deck if Profar reaches. .280 this season with 24 home runs and 85 RBI. He has set career highs all across the board, batting average, home run, and RBIs. 0-2. Downstairs, and Profar thought about going for that. Thought better of it. It is 1-2 on the count. Brazier getting set to deliver. A 1-2 pitch. And Dave Roberts confirmed this will be a bullpen game. It's a bold strategy for Roberts, but nonetheless, it's something in which he believes it will pay off. The 1-2. And this is popped up into foul territory. Will Smith is going after it. Max Muncy is there as well. Caught the warning tracks. Right in front of some Padres fans who are standing and spectating along through the sides. 2 hits for the Dodgers, none for the Padres. As the Padres go 1-2, 3 and out. Dodgers lead 1-0 heading into the second. So once again, I apologize if I didn't start the Twitch stream late. If I start the Twitch stream late, and I apologize for the technical difficulties. In one part of this game, issues with my microphone as it abruptly cut out. So, but we are here. And I have everything on backup as Dylan Cease up against Tommy Edman. This one fouled on the first pitch. 0-1 on the count. We'll see if Dave Roberts decides to switch to a new pitcher for the second inning and use it for a long-term situation. Use it for a long-term situation in that second inning. The 0-1. Edman got out of the way. 97 this fastball for him. It'll be a 1-1 count. Freeman and Rojas scratched from the lineup. Do remember that, so they are not available. The 1-1. Ground ball into first. Luis Arias will take care of it. 1 up and 1 away. Ben Kasparius has been called up from the inactive roster in favor of Michael Grove. He can be utilized in a long-term pitching situation. Landon Knack is also available for a long-term pitching situation. He's listed as a starter, but also available for long-term pitching situations in that regard. First pitch for Lux, it is downstairs. Edgardo Henriquez is also a starting pitcher. Technically, he can be utilized for long-term pitching situations. 1-0. The next pitch. Outside left, it is ball 2 for Gavin Lux. As for the Padres, with Musgrove being out for the rest of the season, they have to utilize that hole and have Cease pitch the rest of this way. Yu Darvish starting in Game 5 if they should. And this is a tap foul to right, slider 88. And that is a 2-1. Remember, yesterday, the Dodgers had that grand slam for Teoscar Hernandez. The New York Mets clinched their first NLCS trip since 2015 on a go-ahead grand slam by Francisco Lindor. Kyle Schwarber, who struggled in this series. He punched out on a chance to keep the Phillies alive. 3-1 the count. The Dodgers offense in the third inning, 4 for 7, but the rest of the game, 2 of 26. Here's the 3-1. And that's a walk for Lux. He'll head to first. Going up against Dylan Cease. The Detroit Tigers take a 2-1 series lead on the Cleveland Guardians. And with a 3-0 victory. A back-to-back 3-0 victory between games 2 and 3. Game 3 at Comerica Park. Kike Hernandez, 0 for 2 in this series, but he is slotting in for Freddie Freeman, who is out tonight. The New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals are tied 2 apiece in Game 3 of their series between each other. It's over at Kauffman for the first playoff game since World Series in 2015. On a 1-0 count, it'll be a Mal meeting for Dylan Cease. Game is being broadcasted on TBS. So 6 for 9 hitters this series. In Game 1, 5 of 14. Game 2, they were 2 of 11. Game 3, 1 of 14 with just 1 run. But they have 4 runs in Game 1, the 5 for 9 hitters. The scoring being Giancarlo Stanton, an RBI double scoring Juan Soto. Then Soto hitting a sac fly to center to score in Anthony Volpe. For the Royals in the bottom of the 5th, they tie it. Kyle Isbell, RBI double to left scoring Adam Frazier. Michael Massey with an RBI triple to score in Isbell. 1-0. And Kike Hernandez watches this one fly beyond the foul line and over to the stands. Did not go anywhere far enough. And once again, we have to Shohei Ohtani. How many batters away is he? He is 2 batters away. So if Kike Hernandez or Chris Taylor reach, they'll get to Ohtani. 1-1. At the left, sweeper 84. The only score being on a Mookie Betts solo shot to center field, 403 feet out. Just 2 hits thus far for LA. The other one coming from Teoscar Hernandez, who was the free hitter tonight. The 2-1. This one's popped up And Higashioka watches this one go to the safety netting. It is now 2-2 to count. So Cease can punch out Kike Hernandez here. Among starters in the series, the Padres' ERA is 6.46. Relievers, however, it's been a different story. 1.69. Adrian Morejon in game one is may likely be the outlier. Here's the 2-2. And Kike fouls this one again. But Cease has struggled immensely thus far in this series. He only lasted 3 1/3 innings in game one. And so far, he is struggling again. So even at short notice, in short day's rest, he is not doing good. The 2-2. This one lined over to center field. It's a base hit. Gavin Lux is still going. He will stop at third. The throw was not in time to third base. The Dodgers in prime scoring position. They want to get the job done and send this back to Los Angeles for Game 5. Where it will likely be Yu Darvish up against either Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Jack Flaherty. And now Chris Taylor. The Dodgers already having all their batters out there. The big way in which the Padres, they can limit this damage and not get a run scored against them. It's a double play. But a pop-out could also do wonders. Ohtani is on deck if Taylor reaches. Taylor shows bunt. This is foul. That had a good punch at it. It went in at 97 miles an hour on a fastball. The belief is that Taylor is going to show that bunt so they can bring in Gavin Lux. And Taylor almost got hit by it as well. You don't see bunts very often, but that time he wanted to go after that bunt. One. We'll see if he does it again. He'll show bunt. Higashioka thought about throwing to first to try and pick off Kike Hernandez, but thought better of it. Is 1-1. This ball went upstairs at 95 miles an hour. Lux at third. Kike at first. Worst case scenario for Cease is that he allows a home run here and it becomes 4-0. 1-1. This once again is fouled back. Does Chris Taylor go to that bunt again? This is first at-bat this postseason. He was heavily utilized last year. 598 OPS on the season. And Roberts looks onwards as Wears is watching the sun set. The 1-2. No swing there as Taylor decides to go back to the normal swing. 67 postseason games for Chris Taylor. As CeCe gets ready for his 37th pitch. The 2-2. Punched out! A swing and miss does the job. Taylor chased after that fastball. Went upstairs at 97 miles an hour. It was a little late for Taylor to swing it. He timed it late. But ball control is where it should be at. Ohtani, 14 for his last 17 with runners in scoring position, 22 RBI and 6 home runs. The NHL season's also underway. Here's the first pitch. It's a line drive to right. Gavin Lux is going to score. Kike Hernandez stops at second. 2-0 Dodgers. Thanks to Shohei Ohtani. And indeed, once again, it is showtime. It was a high curveball that Ohtani chased after on the first pitch. It was an upstairs one, but no matter for him. Doing good. In the meantime, we have our first NHL games. Yesterday, you had that one go towards the Kraken, the Panthers, and the Utah Hockey Club with victories of 3-2, 6-4, and 3-2. And Dylan Cease shaking his head. He is done. And early, the Padres are going to their bullpen. 2-0 Dodgers when we come right back. I can't believe this. Fast start for the Dodgers, and Mike Schill is not wasting any time. He wants to knock out the Dodgers quickly and swiftly. He is going to his bullpen early in this game. And so the first reliever on is Brian Hing. 34 games, 2 started. In the postseason, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. First one, it is a shoot between the gap at right center field, and here comes Kike Hernandez, and he'll score! 3-0 LA, and that does not do any wonders for Dylan Cease. That'll be another earned run allowed for Cease. That'll go against his track record. His ERA now sits at 14.40 despite Hing pitching that first. And Mookie Betts, now 2 for 2. He delivers an RBI base hit that scored Hernandez, and he slides home, touching home plate. And Mookie says, I gotcha, buddy. No Freddie Freeman, no problem thus far. First pitch to Teoscar is down the middle on a sinker, 94 miles an hour. Hing is tasked with getting the final out of this second inning. This series, he's 4 for 11 with a grand slam and 6 RBI. He's also delivered in game 1. Bouncing ball, this reaches Hing, and he'll do a simple toss to Luis Arias to end the second inning. So Hing gets the job done, but not before an RBI base hit by Mookie Betts to score in Kike Hernandez. Shohei Ohtani and Betts, they deliver. How will the Padres answer? We'll be right back. Previously, Mookie Betts was 3 of his last 44 in his postseason at-bats. Now he is 4 for his last 6. Now Ryan Brasier is staying in, going up against Manny Machado, who proclaimed before this series started. After the Dodgers won the NL West title for another consecutive season, no disappointment. We're in the postseason. we're going to see them in a few weeks. And he wasn't wrong. It's the third time in 5 years, and third time overall that these two NL West rivals meet in the postseason. It's 2-1 for Brasier as he is still going. He utilizes an opener by Dave Roberts. 2-1 is the count. Machado, .238 batting average throughout this postseason. He is the 4 batter for San Diego. The 2-1. Wild swing and miss on a slider that had some serious heat on it. 86 miles an hour on the last one. Now Machado is facing a 2-2 count. Already 15 pitches into the night for Brasier. The 2-2. This is fouled back. It is 4-0 Rangers against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The goals from Philip Keto, Chris Kreider, Alexi Lafreniere, and Sam Carrick in that reverse order. The Montreal Canadiens blanked the Toronto Maple Leafs 1-0. Thanks to a Cole Caulfield power play goal, as this is fouled to the right on a fastball .238. Caulfield, the only goal, assisted by Swiftkovsky and Kirby Dach. Another 2-2. As inside between the right line and Machado, it becomes a full count. So it's a danger territory area for Los Angeles with Jackson Merrill on deck. This postseason, he is batting .353. Towels waving here as Padres Nation wants to see this be a successful at-bat, whether it be a walk or a run. Full count throw. Bouncing ball, this will reach shortstop to Tommy Edman. Throw all the way to first, and it's there. 1 up and 1 away. And Dave Roberts is coming out. That'll be the last of Ryan Brasier. Yeah, he will see. He has not reached the 20 pitch count. So Brasier does the job. Next reliever is on. Roberts did say this will be a bullpen game. And he is following that word. Next reliever is on. It'll be Anthony Banda. Next. Anthony Banda is the next reliever up for Los Angeles. So the first up was Ryan Brasier doing the job. And the Yankees have taken the lead thanks to Giancarlo Stanton with a home run to left center, 417 feet to left. And this is skied, foul beyond the left side by Jackson Merrill. .353 postseason batting average. The key here is to not go beyond the 20 pitch count. If there are pitchers that can pitch more than 20 him 20 times, can go to them. Breaking ball is fouled to the right. Slider 85. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City has 5 more shots. So they're in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out, and with Bobby Wood Jr. at the plate. He has struggled this postseason though. 143 is his batting average. Check swing at third base. Merrill did not reach all the way. 1-2 is the count. Michael Massey back at the leadoff spot. He's batting .368. And for Wood, he has to get his act together because he and Aaron Judge are superstars. Swing and a miss. And there's the first K for Banda as he does the job for Merrill, one of the candidates for NL Rookie of the Year. Nobody on base with 1 out. And the Yankees, they're going with Luke Weaver to go for a 5-out save. Quay Holmes utilized for 16 pitches. Seth Lugo pulled after 87 pitches. He made it out the 5th inning. So this first pitch was to the left. Angel Zerpa, John Schreiber, Sam Long, Brady Singer, Chris Bubich were all utilized. The Singer usually a starter. He was pulled out to 6 pitches. And that's on the right line. 97 on the fastball to become a 1-1 count for Xander Bogaerts. This will be the last at-bat if they don't get an out. If the Padres gets put out. The 1-1. Called strike 2. Sinker at 94 miles an hour, so it's a bottom line. And the Padres are shaking their head at that. Bottom of the 2nd. David Peralta's on deck. Former Diamondback and former Dodger. It's his first different NL West team. Bogaerts readies up. Banda on the 2-2. That's spiked to the 1-2 is spiked to the dirt. I might see the future. These two teams separate by 5 wins. And Dave Roberts calling the shots. Peralta's on deck. I have some towels being waved golden. Full count. So 2-2 throw. Once again, I might see the future because it's now a full count. What is going on with me? This start the show for Montreal, being their netminder Sam Montembeault. The payoff pitch is outside, and getting the money here is Xander Bogaerts as he goes to first base with Peralta coming on. So Montembeault stopped all 45 Toronto shots. Anthony Stolar stopped 26 of 27 Montreal shots. So both netminders have been solid. Save with a 1 power play goal that Stolar's let up. Peralta's 2 for 6 in this series. He knows the Dodgers well. 8 home runs, 28 RBI. First pitch. Fit the bottom right corner. 96 on the fastball. So with Witt, he's got 2-1 count. We're also going to take you to the Yankees and Royals as well. 0-1. Low drive and a miss. That time it was 84 on the slider, in which Banda went there. Let's go Padres chance here at San Diego. 2-2. 0-2. That's foul right. And Bobby Witt Jr. gets a hit over left field off of Weaver. Over to the left side. The high fives are on here at KC. And a pickoff attempt that got to Oswaldo Cabrera. Reach back. David Peralta fouls again. It's once again a slider at 84 miles an hour. It's Vinny Pasquantino, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. 18% strikeout percentage in regular season, 17% in the wild card round, and a diving catch by the Yankees to get this to 2 outs as Witt gets back. The 0-2 upstairs, 96 on the fastball. What a diving catch there. At shortstop by Anthony Volpe as he's put away Vinny Pasquantino. What an effort. 1-2. Drive between the gaps. It's over at center field for a base hit. And the first hit for the Padres here comes to the second inning. Runners at first and second. And with 2 outs, and with Jake Cronenworth at the plate now, he got his first hits of the postseason yesterday in Game 3, 2 of which was 0 for 13 entering this game. It's drove between the gap at second and short. Now you have runners at first and second, Peralta and Bogarts. And what does it result in the mound meeting? Swing and a miss for Salvador Perez. In the meantime, mound meeting for Banda. As the fans, they're doing everything to disrupt that. And Patrick Mahomes is in attendance here at Kauffman Stadium. He used to play baseball. Salvi swung and missed upstairs. 1-2 now to count. Gotta go here. This may likely be the last sequence for Banda if he can punch out Cronenworth. Star-studded lineup in San Diego. His first 4 games for Cronenworth, he is 0 for 13. But last night, he was 2 for 3. Banda looks to second. First pitch. That's just outside. And Salvi pops it up to foul territory. Will this be in play? No. In 2-out runs for the Padres, they have scored 14 of their 30 runs. One facing a 2-out count. And by the way, it's 5-0 Rangers, thanks to Chris Kreider. On a poke. 1-1 count as he fouled this one. Go ahead run at the plate for the Royals. Salvador Perez can drive it. And Michael Kopech is warming up. Who's been the Dodgers closer. He is a high leverage pitcher. 1-1. This one's up. Over to shallow center. Called for by Tommy Edman, and he'll secure it. And the Dodgers will protect their 3-0 lead here entering the 3rd inning. The Padres got their first hit, but no runs coming out of it. We'll take you to Kauffman Stadium for this next sequence. Salvador Perez up against Luke Weaver, who has thrown 10 times. Vying for a 5-out save. Salvador Perez splits the gap at the middle. Bobby Wood Jr. going to third base. The throw is not in time. It's cut off. And a 2-out RBI, not an RBI base hit, a 2-out base hit for Salvador Perez. Moving Witt from first base to third. And this crowd is fired up. Bullpen may be a strength for Kansas City. They want to take the lead here, even tie it up. And is this going to be another pitcher utilized for New York? We don't know just yet, but it's a mound meeting. Weaver's listening close. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, Jazz Chisholm Jr., the third baseman, all coming in as the home plate umpires coming in to break up the huddle. That means the mound meeting is over. And with Yuli Gurriel on the plate now, he won 2 World Series with the Houston Astros. He could tie here for Kansas City, or he could take the lead here for KC. Tying run at third base. Go ahead run at the plate. Gurriel was 1 for 3 of a double. And an RBI base hit can do wonders here in tying this game up. Weaver is still going. Wood steps away from third base for this moment. Here's the first pitch. Gurriel swung and fouled to the left side. It'll be a first pitch strike. So you'll wait to start the 3rd inning here at Petco Park. Kansas City looking to send this home crowd happy. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. 0-1 count for Gurriel. It's playing first base because of the broken thumb by Vinny Pasquantino. The 0-1. Gurriel sends this one up. It'll not move Witt. Yankees lead 3-2 as we're coming back over to Petco Park for the 3rd inning. In the 1st inning, it was Max Muncy got at first base and immediately sprinted to first base to put away Luis Ariz. Then Muncy again, delivering at first base, and he's doing the job for Freddie Freeman. He's making him proud. Freeman, a World Series champion with the Atlanta Braves, doing it in the absence of Ronald Acuna Jr. Jorge Soler winning World Series MVP. This first pitch was spiked to the dirt by Brian Hing. 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first. 2 for 13 this series with a home run. The 1-0. Muncy fouls back. This goes off the wall, and it'll be a 0-2 count. Or 1-1 count. To Hoeing. Brian Hoeing. She thought it was Haying, but this one. Good job there on not curving it towards Muncy. Not throwing a fastball. It's a sinker 94, so it's 2-1 on the count. Brian Hoeing. So I mispronounced it. Brian Hoeing. The 2-1. That's downstairs. Sinker 94, and it becomes a 3-1 count. Muncy has the 4th most home runs in the NL since 2018 behind Nolan Arenado with 193, Pete Alonso 226, Kyle Schwarber 231. The 3-1. Max Muncy to right field. This will take a friendly bounce off the wall. Muncy still going. Touches first. Tatis can't handle it. Muncy still going. He'll stop at second base. What a moment for Mad Max as he delivers with a double. As Dave Roberts wants it to be a bullpen game. He has 11-7 in his career in elimination games. However, he has lost his last 2 elimination games. Game 4 against the Padres 2 years ago. Game 3 against the Diamondbacks last year. Both in the NLDS. To be frank, the Dodgers couldn't do much last year because the lack of a pitching staff. The bullpen for the Dodgers has been pulling out strong here. Pause. Will Smith, right center, 0-1. And it's clear the Dodgers, they're not throwing in the towel here. Will Smith up against Brian Hoeing. Padres going for bullpen game after they pulled Dylan Cease in the second inning. 0-1. No swing, 94 on the sinker. They go back onto Kauffman Stadium. Tomorrow, it'll be the New York Yankees and Kansas City Royals. So I'm covering Game 4 of that series. If necessary, if we should go to a Game 5 between these two, it'll be this will be over to center field. Forget about it! The Dodgers are not waving the towel. 5-0 is a 2-run shot. Will Smith. An absolute rocket for Will Smith as he puts the Dodgers up 5. He took a sinker and made the most of that as Tommy Edman fouls on this one. And Dave Roberts' team has to be proud. This one grounded over to Michael Lorenzen, and he tags out Gleyber Torres for the first out of the 9th inning. First pitch for Edman is down the middle. Sinker 94. That's actually the second pitch. Oh, the New York Rangers have a touchdown. If that wasn't enough, that the New York Giants are continuing on, has started it. The New York Rangers are continuing where the Giants left off. Here's the 0-2. Edman punches out on a splitter at 87 miles an hour. It's clear the Dodgers are not going anywhere. Smith crushed that ball way out. Oh, Yuli Gurriel can't handle it. And the Yankees are safe at first base. Michael Massey thought he had it, but Gurriel saw it go in and out of his glove. It's a throw that was on point, but it's in and out of the glove. And the Yankees knew it. Brian Hoeing is done. And the Dodgers, on 7 hits, they've scored 5 runs. We'll take you to Kauffman Stadium. Top of the ninth, runner up first because of a fielding error by Yuli Gurriel. Juan Soto reached safely because of that. 1-0 on the count for Aaron Judge, who has struggled this postseason. The 1-0, downstairs on a sweeper, 85 miles an hour. For all the talks between Judge and Bobby Wood Jr. on who should be the MVP, the real question is, can these two find their groove this postseason? They've been uncharacteristic throughout. The 2-0. Judge fouls back. He is 0 for 4 in this game. 2-1 now is the count. And so I am obliged to make a Chris Rock joke, but I'm not going to do it. It feels with Will Smith homering. 2-1. That's to the right. Becomes 3-1 for Judge, who has yet to record a hit in this game. Lorenzen pitching. Austin Wells, the catcher, is up next. John Birdie was the first baseman last game. Now it's back to Oswaldo Cabrera. Here's the 3-1. Judge swung and missed. On a sinker at 95 miles an hour, becomes a full count for KC. Could this be a moment for the Royals in which they can successfully punch out Judge again? Can Lorenzen finish him off? Pickoff attempt took too long. And Soto, he had to duck to avoid that pitch from reaching him. So Soto staying put at first base. The full count throw, way off, and Judge will walk. We'll get back onto the action at Petco Park. It is clear that LA is not going down quietly. So Adrian Morejon now pitching for the Padres as he delivers a first pitch ball. In game 1, lasted just 1/3 of an inning. Allowed a hit and an earned run. He was credited with the loss. 1-0 pitch. Down the middle for Lux, who walked in his first at-bat. Gavin Lux. The 1-1. Lux delivers it, and it'll be 2 up and 2 away in the top of this 3rd inning. 2 outs already for the Dodgers. And with the 1-5 hitters tonight, 6 of 10 with 2 home runs, 5 RBI, and 3 runs. It's been the top of the order that's been delivering. No Freddie Freeman? Well, no problem. Bo Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts will take care of it. And Kike Hernandez. And this one batted through the middle. This moves nobody as it's fielded by Kyle Isbell. 1-0 now for Kike Hernandez as he takes a first pitch ball. The Vancouver Canucks, Calgary Flames are set to begin things out. This is over to left field. Jurickson Profar's right there. And while it wasn't a spectacular play, didn't need to do that much. Taking you over to Kansas City, Giancarlo Stanton. At bat per home run leaders, 9.4 for Stanton. Babe Ruth is the leader at 8.6. Here's the first pitch for Stanton as he takes it low. 1-0. The count. The 1-0. Oh, that's a called strike. And Stanton does not agree with that. He's been unstoppable tonight. He is 3 for 4 so far in this game. Juan Soto at second. Aaron Judge at first after Austin Wells flew out to center field. 1-1. Stanton pops it up. It's over right field. But it'll be caught by Yuli Gurriel, and he hit the outside wall to the right side. In the meantime, we'll have to go over the scores. As the Rangers are going to take it 6-0 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Najee Harris and Pat Fryermuth were in attendance. No good luck charm there. Vincent Trocheck gets his first 2 goals of the season, one of them short-handed, another at even strength. Both assisted by Alexei Lafreniere and Artemi Panarin. The latter games happening at 10 o'clock. The Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks at Rogers Place. The Winnipeg Jets and Edmonton Oilers. It's at Rogers Arena, not Rogers Place, because at Rogers Place it's the Oilers and the Winnipeg Jets. The Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights at T-Mobile Arena. The other game, Avs and Golden Knights. Getting set to go. The Flames are in the midst of a rebuild. The Oilers want to go for a Stanley Cup. The Flames and Canucks. That game is my good friend John Ott. He has the coverage here on Spaces at John Ryan Ott. It's the end of the game. And getting the shutout, stopping all 29 shots from the Penguins. Igor Shesterkin, Tristan Jarry faced 41 Rangers shots. We'll go back over to Kansas City and San Diego in just a moment. The Padres are going to be at the bats. Where the series faces out either the Detroit Tigers or the Cleveland Guardians. Back here at San Diego for Game 4 of the NLDS. Dodgers lead 5-0, and they have not stopped. 7 hits to the Padres 1. It's been a stellar night for LA. The hope is that they're going to hold on to this. Michael Kopech, who played 67 games the regular season, 3.46 ERA, split between the White Sox and the Dodgers. Now he has reduced that to a 1.13 ERA in the regular season to close out his series with the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez shifts over to center field. And Chris Taylor fills in at third base. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for Kyle Higashioka. It's a strike looking at strike swinging. Kopech filling in. So Kike Hernandez and Chris Taylor swap spots. 0-2. Luke Weaver trying to close things out and get a 5-out save. Royals trying to tie this one up. Or even win it with a walk-off. Higashioka for the Padres at the plate. 0-2. Ball 1 as it was on the top left corner. Thought it was going to be a strike, but they called it a ball. 1.39 OPS in this postseason thus far. Higashioka, that is spiked to a third at 92. And Weaver going up against MJ Melendez to begin things off. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The 2-2 is set to go as the first pitch. The swing and a miss. And Higashioka fouls to left on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Kopech. It is Melendez, Garcia, and Frazier who the Royals have to go to for clutch hit. Melendez pops it up to shallow left. Stepping up is Alex Verdugo to make the catch. And a 100-mile-an-hour fastball punches out Kyle Higashioka. 1 up and 1 away for Kansas City. They'll have 2 more shots to tie it, beginning with Miguel Garcia. 0 for 3 of a flyout in his last at-bat as Fernando Tatis is watching this game on an iPad. So, a lot of intel for San Diego. He'll be up next right after Luis Arias. It's upstairs, but it fit the top line on a fastball. Arias grounded out in the first. 0-1 count for Garcia. Here's the 0-1 for Arias, and Arias skies hits to left field. This sends Hernandez back, and he makes the catch. Teoscar does the job. Arias thought he had something. No can do, says Teoscar, as he quiets down this Padres crowd. Fernando Tatis Jr. back onto the plate. His stay over with that eye pouch shorter than usual. First pitch. And he swung at that one just enough for it to be called a strike. He went low, and it's now an 0-1 count. Will Kopech go into the fourth inning? That may be determined by this sequence. Oh my goodness! And Tatis had to jump down to avoid that. And this one popped up at KC over to the first base side. Making the catch is Cabrera. So the Royals are down to their final strike. Final out, and Tatis, he wildly jumped down and lost his helmet. Good thing he didn't hit his head towards the ground. That would have been worse. Now set out Tommy Pham, who will be pinch hitting for Adam Frazier. So Pham is coming in, 2 for 7 this postseason. It's a 1-1 count for Tatis. The 1-1. Tatis fouls to right on a fastball at triple digits. And Luke Weaver getting a mound visit. Last 7 games against the Dodgers, it's a batting average of 400, 5 home runs, and 7 RBI to account for that. The 1-2. Downstairs and a cutter at 92. We're anticipating that Weaver gets a save here for New York unless Pham can tie it up. Mound meeting gets over. The 2-2. Fernando Tatis is center field. This one's on its way and it bounces for a ground roll double. Tommy Pham swings at it, and the New York Yankees deliver a game-3 victory and are 1 win away from going to the ALCS. Tatis delivers again on another hit. This one gets away from Kike Hernandez. And he applauds this Padres crowd. A win at Kansas City for the Yanks. This was not a bump for Jurickson Profar. 0-1 on the count. But when facing 2 outs, this is where the Padres are very dangerous. First at bat, Profar fouled out. So we're done at Kansas City. We'll also have live NHL updates from around Canada and the Western United States. Deal 1. Spike to the dirt at 101 by Kopech. 1-1 is the count. See if Kopech can last the rest of this inning. Profar, 1 RBI. 211 batting average in this postseason, but he's been a defensive menace thus far. Padres want to chip at the Dodger lead, and a wild swing and miss on a cutter. 1-2 now to count, a big cut. This may be what the Padres like to do who matters best. One-two throw. Oh, Profar narrowly got out of the way at that one. Fans here love Jurickson Profar. He's a fan favorite thus far. Profar fouls to left. That's a 1-0-1. $5-0 game in favor of the Dodgers. Season on the line for them. Profar fouls yet again. Two count. And this is not, and Yankees win was not what Patrick Mahomes wanted. Another 2-2. This one's popped up, and that should do it for the Padres in the bottom of the third. And it is. Still, it's 5-0 Dodgers. Season on the line. No pressure. Trying to force a game 5. Ohtani will be having all eyes on him when we come back. Dodgers on their way to facing Game 5 in this best of 5. Adrian Morejon is still out there for a long usage situation. Chris Taylor is the first batter up for LA. Next up after that, Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts. Taylor, check swing at first base. Yes, he reached. It was a sinker fall by slider, 97-87. 23 RBI in the year. With a 202 batting average. Though he has to get his groove going here for Los Angeles. At the 1 through 5 batters have delivered. They need to do the 6 through 9 to do the same. Because it's one hit combined between the 6 through 9 batters. On 6 combined attempts. The 1-2. Low drive and a miss. Slider 88 went to the low side and Taylor will sit down. Ohtani has delivered. Have an RBI base hit to score in Gavin Lux. Mookie Betts is 2 for 2. Ohtani, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, and Will Smith each are 1 for 2. Ohtani, RBI base hit to right, scoring in Gavin Lux. Betts hit a home run, then RBI base hit to right, scoring Kike Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez opened the hitting for an RBI base hit to left. Max Muncy, double to right to add to that. Then Will Smith hit a 2-run shot to center to score him and Muncy. 1-0 as this was outside for Ohtani. Second pitch, upstairs. I believe that Morejon is not wanting to get Ohtani to swing on it. I would believe with these first 2 balls thrown. The 2-0. That is outside right. And Morejon is having issues with his ball control. 3-0. You do not want that going up against one of the most talented batters in the MLB. Full count throw. And Ohtani will walk. 4 straight balls in this sequence. And the direction of Shohei Ohtani. And he'll get on first base. We're at the top of the 4th. It is 10:22 Eastern Time. Ohtani has 59 stolen bases this season, second in the MLB. 36 straight stolen bases between Bryce Terang is third with 50. Elly De La Cruz, the MLB leader, with 67. Underway are the Jets and Oilers as Mookie Betts takes ball 1 upstairs. No, they're calling it a strike. They are calling it a strike despite the fact that it looked like it was going to be a ball. But that is very questionable as the Jets and Oilers, they're underway from Edmonton. Victor Arvidsson and Jeff Skinner making their Edmonton debuts as this is driven up to right center. This will be handled by Jackson Merrill. And Shohei Ohtani will go to second base. He arrives there on time. 90 feet in a different way. Travis Dermott also on the Edmonton roster. He's being utilized for this first game. So Ohtani, he'll go to first and then do a little funky split. Like it's a back and forth, the 40-yard shuttle. Knowing that Ohtani wasn't going to be pitching, how can he deliver in a different way as this is strike 1? Teoscar Hernandez thought about going at it, but it was down the middle. Did not matter anyway. 0-1 count. Ty Emberson also playing his first game as an Oiler. Skinner is not on the roster. Vasily Podkolzin, however, is. Skinner actually is. The 0-1. Teoscar fouls to left. It'll be a 2-strike count for him. Colin Miller on this lineup for Winnipeg. Rasmus Kupari as well. For Calgary and Vancouver as we check in with them on the 0-2 count for Teoscar set to go next up. 0-2 pitch. Chopper to third. It's a fair ball. It bounces off the umpire. Here comes a long throw to home and Ohtani is punched out. Kyle Higashioka helps out Adrian Morejon and the third base side. And the Padres put away Shohei Ohtani after it's bounced off of Manny Machado's glove. What it looked to be an erroneous play, Machado made the most of it with a throw to home. How about that as Higashioka tagged out Ohtani before he reached? We'll be right back. Have there been ever some very weird plays in this series? And this is another example of such. This ball bounces off the glove of Manny Machado, then off the umpire. Machado goes around the umpire, then throws immediately to Kyle Higashioka, and Higashioka makes the tag towards Shohei Ohtani to throw him out at home before he ever got there. Machado, that was a little awkward for him, but he'll take it. He's at the plate. He's now at the plate. He takes strike one down for the middle. He stared at one for too long in a fastball. Alex Vesia now in for this part of the order. 0-1 count. Machado, Marilyn Bogers is Machado. Cut and a miss. Slider 85. Sam Hanzek on the roster for the Flames making his debut. Adam Klapka also there as well. Jake DeBrusk, Danton Heinen, they make their Vancouver Canucks debuts. Derek Forbort there as well. 0-2 count. Machado punches out. Vesia makes quick work of Manny Machado. And he says, right back at you. Machado tagged out Ohtani on a wild play of a throw to Higashioka at home. Oh, no worries. Vesia will return the favor. And as you think of it as this trade, Elias Wendell and Nikita Zadorov to the Bruins in exchange for DeBrusk, Heinen, and Forbort. And like that. First pitch for Merrill, as this one's driven to left field beyond the foul tracks and someone's going to catch it. Atu Ratti on the roster for Vancouver. Daniel Sprung and Kiefer Sherwood making their Canucks debuts as well, alongside Vincent Desharnais. Artur Shilov starting this game over Kevin Lankinen. The 0-1, that's outside right. On a slider at 85. And the other game being Colorado in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. Nikolai Kovalenko making his NHL regular season debut last season. This year's Callum Ritchie popped up to deep left, and right there is Teoscar Hernandez to make the catch. 2 up and 2 away. And congratulations to Callum Ritchie on his NHL debut. Alex Holtz, Tanner Pearson, Brendan Brisson, Alex Holtz, Tanner Pearson, Victor Olofsson, they make their Golden Knights debuts. And Xander Bogaerts, 158 postseason batting average, doesn't have a home run, but 4 RBIs. Bogaerts going up against Vesia. So he takes this one, ball 1 on a slider. So we'll be watching onwards these 3 games with a close eye. And warming up at the bullpen is Jeremiah Estrada. He's a high leverage reliever. 1-0 pitch. It's upstairs. Robert Suarez pitched yesterday. So that brings the question, will he be available to pitch in a Game 5? And what will his pitch count be? 2-0 count for Bogaerts is with upstairs. Third pitch. Barely outside at the bottom left corner. And just like the last one, it was a fastball for Vesia. The next pitch will be his 10th one. As Dave Roberts promises, this is a bullpen game. All the runs in the first 3 innings for LA, looking to force a Game 5. 3-0 pitch. No swing. As Bogaerts now onto a 3-1 count. That's another fastball, third straight. This time 94 miles an hour. So Vesia looking to punch out Xander Bogaerts and not bring up David Peralta. Swing and a miss. That one's upstairs on the top left corner side. And Bogaerts does not want to punch out nor record an out. So far, each pitcher has recorded a strikeout for the Dodgers and the Padres. 7 in total. Full count throw. Bouncing ball, this will go to second base. Gavin Lux makes the throw to Muncy, and that's it for the 4th inning. LA's doing the job, and the bullpen side, they're delivering a bullpen game, and so far they're shutting down the Padres. 5-0 when we come back for the 5th. On to the fifth. The Dodgers maintain this 5-0 lead as Mulholland still stays out there. 7 hits for LA with 5 runs scored. Though in the last inning, they could not score because Manny Machado on a wild play throws out Shohei Ohtani at home. It is Max Muncy on the plate, Will Smith and Tommy Edman, the 2 up. 3 of 14 this series. 1-2 in this game. Muncy fouls to right, a sinker at 95 miles an hour. No score in either of the other games. However, there is an update. The Vancouver Canucks are on the board first. Daniel Sprong, welcome to Vancouver. Assist from Philip Hronek and Danton Heinen, he's on the board. And Muncy chose bunt, this one down the middle. To be a strike looking, it'll be a 1-2 count. So Sprong delivers his first goal as the Canucks spent last season on the Detroit Red Wings. Will begin their season tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Penguins. 1-2 pitch. Muncy skies this to right center field, going all the way back is Jackson Merrill, and he makes the catch! Holy! What a chase down by Jackson Merrill as he says, enough is enough. We don't want any more home runs around this place. My goodness. This fit the gap at right center, but Merrill thought that all the way and jumped up. It was jumping around for the catch, and it's not all the way. Home run robbery here at Petco Park. The Padres believe they have their center fielder now with Merrill stepping in at center field spots. And so the Padres don't make a pitching change. They'll go to Jeremiah Estrada. Mulholland is done. We'll be back. Jeremiah Estrada now comes into the mound after Adrian Mulholland went 2 innings, pitching 22 times, delivering a strikeout, a hit, a walk against. Estrada is a high-leverage reliever, trusted by Mike Schilt, and he'll be entrusted here for this situation between him, Tanner Scott, Jason Adam, as a swing and a miss by Will Smith on a fastball at 97 miles an hour that went upstairs. Becomes an 0-2 count. Estrada, Scott, Adam and Robert Suarez are the high leverage relievers for the Padres. And Schilt believes they can deliver the job here. How much longer can Alex Vesia go is the question. Here's the 0-2. And Smith fouls a fastball off his bat. And Jackson Merrill have a stellar catch to prevent a home run from Will Smith. It's coming at 108.7 miles an hour at a 24-degree angle. It's actually Max Muncy. This one grounded onto left. Machado makes the long throw and is caught by Arias on time. All the way from third to first base, it was not an easy play by any means. Because whenever it grounds to third base, the tougher plays have to be made. This was a low catch by Arias. And Will Smith is so close to getting that one. Until it was taken away from him by Arias and Machado. Here's one curve to the inside at the left line for Tommy Edman. Merrill robbed the home run from Max Muncy, who was 1 for 3 in this game. Edman's 3 for 12 in this game. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, slider 90. 1-1 count for Los Angeles. As Vancouver makes it 2-0. Back-to-back power play goals. This one by Brock Besser. This one fouled back. Edman does better when facing a certain group of relievers. Up against lefties on the opposite side matchup, paying dividends for Edman. So Tommy Edman, who's acquired from St. Louis, being entrusted here for Los Angeles. 1-2 pitch. Foul right. So against lefties, he has the better advantage. Against righties, that's where he seems to falter. And the Avalanche are on the board. It is 1-0 Colorado. And that is thanks to Mikko Rantanen. 1-2 pitch. Edman grounds it over to second. Luis Arias will throw to Estrada. And that's the final out at the top of the 5th. Edman finally was safe, but not so fast. The banner honoring Tony Gwynn. And the Golden Knights have tied it up. Victor Olofsson, after Mikko Rantanen got the first goal. Just seconds later, it was Olofsson tying it up. We'll be back in a moment. The brown and gold wanting to finish off the Dodgers here. They'll have to mount a 5-0 hole. 2 goals for the Winnipeg Jets to begin their game against the Edmonton Oilers. It's 2-0 for them. This is first pitch from Vicia's upstairs for David Peralta. First goal was Adam Lowry. The second one was Mason Appleton. 429 in this postseason for Peralta. And this is to the left. Fastball at 92 miles an hour. 2-0 count against him. He sees the first batter for San Diego off the dugout. Jake Cronenworth and Kyle Higashioka are the next two. Peralta, bottom right, no swing. Fastball, 94. That was inside the zone. Vicia, how much longer will he be entrusted by Dave Roberts? And is this the last time we'll see of him? He wants to limit pitchers to the 20 pitch count. 2-1 throw. Swing and a miss. Fastball, 92. Banda, Kopech, and Vicia have yet to allow a run that is earned. Ryan Brasier, 4.91 ERA. He is the only one of the groups thus far that has allowed a run. And each one of these guys has struck out at least one batter. The exception of Jeremiah Estrada, as this is fouled back by Peralta. Vicia is still going. I believe that he'll hit exactly the 20 pitch count if this keeps going. The 37-year-old was on his third NL West team. Cronenworth's on deck. 2-2 throw. And this one splits the gap between first and second. It's a base hit. David Peralta gets the job done here in this bottom of the fifth. And that may be it for Alex Vicia. The Padres have a runner on board. Do they go to their next pitcher? Or does Vicia still go? Vicia's a lefty. If the Padres realize that he is getting burnt up, they can take full advantage of him. Cronenworth, then Higashioka. So the leadoff man is on for the first time in San Diego. Strike one is up high. Cronenworth has struggled this postseason. He was 2 of 3 yesterday. But outside that, a big 0 for 14. The 0-1. That's to the right. On a fastball at 94 miles an hour. 2022 in the NLDS, it was Cronenworth delivering the clutch go-ahead run. As he splits the gap. 1-1. He is getting better each passing year. 2-1 now as this one's to the right. Cronenworth continues to roll. 240 batting average in 2022 in the year in which San Diego knocked off the Dodgers in the NLDS. That's what they're trying to do here. The 2-1. Same placement. 3-1. The count. Dangerous territory for Vicia. Higashioka is the next man up. Towels waving here. So you have yet to see something here from Cronenworth. That will be a walk. Cronenworth to first, Peralta to second. Now we wait for the word from Dave Roberts. Will he let Vicia go? No, it's going to be Mark Pryor coming out. That means Vicia will get a word from him. And calming his nerves. It is not a pitching change. So if it's the pitching coach, that means no pitching change. It is only to calm your nerves. If it's the manager, that means you're done. The main difference is Padres fans are getting loud for their guys. Runners at first and second because of a base hit by David Peralta and a walk by Jake Cronenworth. Relievers against the Dodgers pitching staff So the pitching staff, 2.8 batting average allowed by the relievers, 304 by the starters. And so far, the relievers are doing the job. The same cannot be said for the starters. Higashioka with 3 home runs. He can bring the Padres within 2 if he knocks this out at the ballpark. 2 on and nobody out. Here's the first pitch. That's on, left line. 94 miles an hour. And with Luis Arraez on deck, but Arraez has struggled. Let's go Padres chance here. It's Petco Park. Higashioka's ready. He came over from the Yankees and the Juan Soto trade. That's upstairs. No throw to second. 7 runs per game this series for the Padres bats with 8 home runs. None here tonight, despite a batting average of 200. In the first 3 games, their batting average was 260. And that is another strike. Just as Higashioka wanted to go after it, but it's at the left line. It's now a 1-2 count. This could be crucial here for Vesia. Could a triple play be here? It's a 1-2. Upstairs. Vesia may have tried to bait Higashioka into taking that one. Whether it be intentional or not, it's up for debate. And Evan Phillips is warming up at the bullpen to go right after Vesia. Phillips is getting ready. Here's a 2-2. Punched out. Swung at the slider, 86. And Vesia gets his second K. It's a 5-run lead, but no lead is safe. The Padres, they can put a little grip on it. Not to mention that Arraez and Tatis are the next 2 on the plate. What could be beneficial is a double play. And Vesia is awaiting Ward. Will he go? It appears he will. So we're monitoring each reliever and wondering if this is the last we've seen of him. So here's the first pitch. It's to the right on a fastball. 94 miles an hour. The Dodgers are going to have to get a double play because when going up against Tatis, it is going to be very tough. Arraez acquired for the Miami Marlins in the middle of the season. Not given a lot of room to operate. But it feels like it's a matter of time until Vesia is pulled out. The 1-0 pitch. Driven to right field, but moving in front is Mookie Betts to make the catch. There'll be no throw. And it will not move Peralta from second base. 2 up and 2 away. And Dave Roberts is going to go to Evan Phillips to get the final out up against Fernando Tatis Jr. Last sequence of the 5th inning when we come back. Fernando Tatis Jr. going up against Evan Phillips. Power against clutchness. And I realized I never turned on my video here. But here we go. Phillips, 3.62 ERA. And he was initially designated as the Dodgers closer, but the Dodgers go with closer by committee. That's down the middle. Sweeper 86, as Tatis did not go at that. 1.506 OPS in his postseason career. That's the 4-5 is right behind Nomar Garciaparra, Bernie Williams, and Carlos Beltran. 3, 2, 1 respectively in the order. 0-1. Wild swing and miss as he went towards the outside on a sweeper. Who knows if that could have been a foul ball, but nonetheless, Tatis chased a ball that he should not have. Game 4, Padres lead this series 2-1. They can punch out the Dodgers at their home venue. 0-2. And that is ball 1 as it went towards the bottom left side, way out of it, in that area. So after 1, the Canucks are up 4-1. Connor Garland, Anthony Mantha, and Brock Besser have the goals. Still 1-1 between Colorado and Vegas. On a 1-2, same placement, 87 on a sweeper. Becomes a 2-2 count, and this is danger territory, where you have to punch out Tatis at this area. You cannot let him get a run. A flyout could also work. Ground out may also help, too. The 2-2. Tatis flies it over to center field. Going back is Kike Hernandez to make the catch. And there'll be no run delivered by Fernando Tatis Jr. 5-0 LA, headed to the 6th inning. We'll be back. It is now 8 o'clock at the San Diego area at the West Coast. And for the Vegas Golden Knights, they have made it 3-1 thanks to Ivan Barbashev and Mark Stone. So that was a foul ball to begin things for Gavin Lux. So for 1, 3 for 12 of this series. Yeah, that's a 1-1 count. As that was a ball that was taken up high. And Mark Stone got the most recent goal for Las Vegas. Yeah, 1-1. Bouncing ball over Estrada. What a delivery, but the throw is not in time. An infield base hit for Gavin Lux to deliver. So the ALDS tomorrow, Game 4 between the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. Game 4, New York Yankees and Kansas City Royals. I'll deliver the call for Yankees and Royals tomorrow at 8 Eastern. San Diego Padres and Los Angeles Dodgers, if necessary, will be on Friday. This one's up, but foul back for Kike Hernandez. 0-1 count. Runner at first base, it is Gavin Lux. Chris Taylor is a 9 batter. And should there not be a double play, Taylor will be the next one up, followed by Shohei Ohtani. As always of intrigue, here's the 0-1. It's upstairs again. 1-1 count. So what's the case on that fastball? Jeremiah Estrada still going. His pitch count at 15. Mike Schultz is monitoring that. See how much longer he can go. Dodgers lead 5-0. Their last run was in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count as it was on the bottom right side. That time it came on the splitter. And Kike, who wants to continue going with the Dodgers, is still going strong. This is actually his second stint with LA. Won the World Series with them in 2020. Spent the last 3 years with the Boston Red Sox. The 1-2. Got him! On the bottom left side corner. Fastball in 98. And Kike opted not to swing at that. Now it's Chris Taylor. No double play here. But Taylor now up. And to go at it, CT free. 4 home runs and 23 RBI on the season. First pitch, wild swing and a miss. That came on a slider at 87 miles an hour. In the meantime, we have some frost advisories over at West Virginia, Western Pennsylvania, and Michigan. 0-1. Swing and a miss. And by the way, thinking about those over in Wyoming who are affected by the wildfires there. Over 100,000 acres of land has been burned, and firefighters have been combating these 2 wildfires. One of them is 60% contained, the other is 10% contained. It's no easy transition back to the game, but we'll get you back to the action. Runner at first, 0-2 count. The pitch. Taylor did not go. It was spiked to the dirt at 88. And thinking about those over in Florida, affected by Hurricane Milton. It is striking the central Florida, which includes the Tampa Bay area and Orlando. The Buccaneers have moved their practices to New Orleans because of the hurricane, and the Lightning to Raleigh. So what's in question for the Orlando Magic? Check swing at first base. That won't be necessary, as Taylor had enough of that to count it as a strike, and he'll sit down. Now comes Ohtani. Does he have another big game hit in this game for him? Ohtani delivered in his 2nd inning with an RBI base hit to right, scoring in Gavin Lux. He has .415 this series. And while he has the first ever 50-50 season in MLB history, this series has shown he is human. .267 batting average. Fernando Tatis Jr., .524. Do remember, his 1 for 3 in this game showed that even though everyone has their heroics, we're all human. The 1-0. Ohtani fouls it back. It is 1-1. Both cases have been splitters. And over at the dugout, he's getting coaching advice from Miguel Rojas, the best player in the MLB right now. The 1-1 from Estrada. Fit the right line on the fastball. And Ohtani is sitting at a 1-2 count, staring at the last strike of the 6th inning. At the top of it. One of the best hitters in this game. The fastball delivered to perfection by Estrada as he is trying to punch out Ohtani. Used 2 splitters in the first 2 pitches, and Ohtani did not go there. It is 2-2, slider curved outside the bottom left corner. 89 miles an hour. 24 pitches for Estrada. And that one was outside. What will this one be? That's on the high side, it's fouled back. 99 on the fastball and went upstairs. Mookie Betts on deck should Ohtani reach. Second period underway in Edmonton. Oilers trying to bounce back. Vegas and Vancouver games are in the first intermission. The 2-2. That's a rocket. That it hits the outside of the foul pole and into the crowd. That almost could have been one. Oh! And Ohtani's having himself a good at-bat sequence, but he can frustrate Jeremiah Estrada. Lux is at first base. He is 7th in the order. Another 2-2. And Ohtani had to jump his legs to one side to avoid that ball. It is a full count. And Mookie Betts is on deck. He is delivered here at Petco Park time and time again. Made a close game in Game 3, but the Padres end up winning that 6-5. Here's a full count delivery, and Ohtani fouls to left. It's a fastball on 98 miles an hour. Already 8 pitches in this sequence. And 3 of them have been fastballs, 3 have been splitters, 2 of them sliders. What will be this one? Ohtani readies up. Full count throw. Low on the splitter, and Ohtani will walk again. That's his second walk of this game. And Mike Schilt will be coming out of the dugout, and he will visit Jeremiah Estrada and tell him that he is done. Adrian Morejon went for 22 pitches, Brian Hoeing for 14, Estrada for 29. We'll find out who is the next pitcher coming up for San Diego when we come back. Shohei Ohtani will settle for a walk. He's with first base umpire Trip Gibson. And on the umpires, Dan Bellino is at home plate, Gibson at first base, Adrian Johnson at second base, Mark Ripperger at third base, John Libka at left field, Corey Blazer at right field. It's Mookie Betts, the hottest sensation for LA. Now on as Alec Jacob is coming in for San Diego. Jacob was on a deep option on this bullpen for San Diego, but Schultz had no choice but to use his deep relievers because Dylan Cease went just 1 2/3 innings. Strike one over the left line for Mookie. 0-1 on the count as this one over at the left side. Home runs in back-to-back postseason games for Mookie. It's the first time in his postseason career. The 0-1. This one's going to be popped up over at first base. Luis Arias spots it, and he'll make the catch. So Jacob went 2 pitches in the 6th inning. He'll sit down to watch his guys go at the bats. Profar, Machado, and Merrill have yet to record a hit. Will they have one here? Find out. To donate to people affected by Hurricanes Helene and Milton, go to redcross.org. You help provide relief to families affected by Hurricanes Helene and Milton as they are in need of your support. So we're over at the 6th inning. No easy transition again from one topic to the next as the Padres, Jurickson Profar sends this over to shallow right. Gavin Lux is there. Tommy Edman, however, cuts him off. And he'll deliver for the first out. Oh, that was an interesting sequence. Rasmus Kupari and Dylan Sandberg, 2 goals in 20 seconds. For the Winnipeg Jets to expand the lead to 4-0. So Kike Hernandez goes back to third base. And this one, that's high. Manny Machado. This will be crushed at deep left center field. And a catch at the warning tracks. Machado thought he had something, but not so fast, says Chris Taylor. 2 up and 2 away. As Machado will sit down, the Padres thought they had a home run. Nope. At center field is Taylor's back. At center field, that is a very crucial spot. That is really pounded. I thought this was a no-doubter, but nope. And Jackson Merrill will be back up. And this ball is cued over to second base. And that's a 1-2 free and out as the Dodgers do solid work here in this 6th inning side. We'll be stretching in the meantime. The 7th is next. Oh, here's something interesting in the NHL. Ivan is the first player in NHL history with the same first and last name. As Alec Jacob is back out there, going up against Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-for-3 hitters for the Dodgers have really thrived. Ohtani 1 of 2, Mookie Betts 2 of 4, Teoscar 2 of 3. So, Kike Hernandez and Chris Taylor switch positions once again, as that's on the left line. It's now a 1-1 count on the sinker. 2 of 3 in this game, 5 of 13 this series. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. On the changeup, that was a very slow changeup at 74 miles an hour. Alec Jacob, he is a sidearm pitcher. much like what we're seeing with Ryan Thompson in the Arizona Diamondbacks World Series run. And a changeup fooled out Teoscar. This one, foul back. It'll remain a 1-2 count. Between Ohtani, Betts, and Teoscar, they're combined 5 of 9 at the plate. Between Arias, Tatis, and Profar, just 1 of 9. 6 pitches thus far for Jacob. And Max Muncy and Will Smith are the next 2 up. Punched out! That one upstairs at 87 on a sinker. Teoscar dangerously went upstairs on that swing and miss. Probably should have taken that ball. Now it's Muncy. Evan Phillips got the job done in the 6th. He's had 10 pitches so far. Dave Roberts, when he said it was a bullpen game, he wanted to deliver on the word that the bullpen can get things done. That one is a sweeper at 73. These are some of the slower pitches in the MLB, but by far it is working for San Diego. For Jacob, this fastball at 87. So Jacob's on the slower end of the pitcher area, which can be rather weird, that is. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Once again, Alec Jacob is on the slower end of the pitches, but he is dangerous in that regard. The key here, don't throw a fastball. Go with the more funkier stuff. The sweeper that time worked. Oh, that hit Muncy. He'll go to first. It's an automatic walk. The Dodgers, they have won 11 division titles in the current era, but they have fallen apart. 2021, the NLCS. The year after, the NLDS by the Padres, lost 3 straight after winning Game 1. And then last year, they got swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks, outscored 19-6, including allowing the first 11 runs against them. As Smith stared at this one for well too long on a sinker at 86. The Dodgers have appeared in the playoffs for 12 straight years, the current longest active streak in the MLB. The Houston Astros, 8 straight years, second longest. 1-1, that's to the left. Ryan Brasier began this game as an opener. Then it's Anthony Banda, Michael Kopech, Alex Vesia, Evan Phillips. The 1-1. There's a swing and miss from Smith. Becomes 1-2. So it's upstairs on the high side. The fastball tops at 87 miles an hour, which isn't really that dangerous for one aspect. However, Jacob being a slower end of the pitcher could really fool out some batters. That popped up, fouled back. And Edman is on deck. Now, whoever the Dodgers faithful are out, they're going to have fun celebrating if they hang on to this win. The 1-2. Bouncing ball. This goes off of Xander Bogaerts and it reaches left field. Max Muncy goes to third base. The Padres have the edge defensively. But oh my goodness, it's a fielding error by Xander Bogaerts. That was quick in out of his glove. He could not handle it. It will not count as a hit for Smith. He is now 1 for 4 as that bounced off his hand and his glove as well. Unbelievable. It would have been a double play to get the final 2 out to the 7th inning. Instead, the Dodgers are back at scoring position, and once again, we have a Mao meeting. What else is new? Jacob has pitched 2/3 of an inning. It wasn't like Dylan Cease, Brian Hoeing were the first 2 innings. Adrian Morejon threw 3 and 4. Jeremiah Estrada into the 6th inning. Alec Jacob got the last 2 outs of that. Jacob actually got the last out of the 6th inning. First out of this inning. Ryan Brasier through the 2nd inning. Between him and Anthony Banda, Michael Kopech in the 3rd. Alex Vesia in the 4th and 5th, Phillips in the 5th and 6th. The question is if Phillips will still go. Tommy Edman 0 for 3 this game, but 3 of 13 in this series. He may be due for a hit, we just don't know when that's coming. Edman shows bunt, and that's gonna score a run. Tommy Edman is punched out, but that will score another run for LA. Max Muncy is in. Edman did a good job sacrificing himself to score in Muncy and move Will Smith to second base. And Mike showed us out there. Doesn't know if that's gonna be counted as such. Who knows if Edman beat the bunt? It's a perfect throw that cannot be beat at some. It usually cannot be beat. And for the triangle, and the pitcher is going to get the out. The throw. The fence the front or the back. The fastest way to first base. Or is this going to be Edman getting safe at first base? Who knows? Wonder if this is going to stand. But for all accounts, probably not. Call us out on the field. Is this a Dave Roberts challenge? It is a Dave Roberts challenge. Mike showed us out there, but this replay has to be conclusive. It has to be conclusive that Edman reached safely at first base and not sacrifice himself. So Roberts is going to challenge this. It is 6-0 Dodgers, but it has to be conclusive. Edman is out, but nonetheless it is 6-0 Dodgers. So Edman's going to go to the dugout, but he is delivered. But we have just received word, and we have breaking news from Tropicana. The roof at Tropicana Field has completely collapsed. I repeat, the roof at Tropicana Field has completely collapsed. It's the home of the Tampa Bay Rays, but I have gotten word. So high wind gusts tear off its roof at St. Petersburg. Extreme hurricane force winds, the impending arrival has caused it to transform into a base camp for Florida workers. However, the roof has been completely ripped off with a high wind gust. Not completely ripped off, but there is an opening. Tore multiple panels off the roof of Tropicana Field. And the video shared with WFLA has showed winds uprooting a tree at the Moxie Hotel. Yimby St. Pete shared photos of a crane collapsing off an office building at the rooftop of 1st Avenue South, with peak wind gusts of around 100 miles an hour on the Tampa Bay area. So the roof has been ripped off, and the field has been unrecognizable. 18 hours before, it's covered by beds and equipment for first aid workers. He looks completely unrecognizable from his usual baseball setup. No playoff baseball is being played at Tropicana Field. It is transformed into a base camp ahead of Hurricane Milton. It's announced it's designated as a 10,000 person base camp for debris cleanup operations. It's been repurposed as such by Governor Ron DeSantis. It showed the videos at the home ballpark with rows of empty areas. Rows of empty green cots amid preparations for the powerful storm. It is currently wreaking further destruction on a region that's still recovering from Hurricane Helene. Milton weakened slightly, but it remained extremely powerful. It could double in size. It is doubled in size before slamming into the west central Florida area. Officials have urged residents in the path of Milton to evacuate, otherwise make plans to stay safe for the life-threatening storm. including damaging winds and heavy rainfall. And time is indeed running out. And it's already too late to evacuate. Now on, so as we transition back, no easy transition again, as this is a chopper to right field. This will be gone! Gavin Lux inserts it just over the wall. The Dodgers will not go down swinging. It's 8-0. If we speak of blowouts, the Winnipeg Jets lead 5-0 on the Edmonton Oilers thanks to Kyle Connor. It doesn't get any better than that for Gavin Lux. Third home run of this game for the Dodgers as Wandy Peralta allows one against him on the first pitch that he threw. Evan Phillips is sitting down. The Dodgers, they can just coast this home. And this is split towards the gap between second and short. Oh, how about this for a little insurance? Kike Hernandez gets a base hit. And the Padres still are getting blanked. 8-0 at the top of the 7th. The party is still not over. It is now 11:33 Eastern Time here in the East Coast from where I'm recording. 4-2 Golden Knights. Mikko Rantanen brought it within one, but it's Zach Whitecloud delivering the 2-goal lead back up for Vegas. It's a swing and a miss by Chris Taylor. The first run for David Peralta did not go anywhere right after that. And the hitting party will not continue here. 1-1 on the count. Still, it's 2 outs here. Swing and a miss by Taylor. This time was a changeup against Peralta, but this hitting party still going strong. On the measurables, here's the 1-2. Oh, and I got away from Higashioka. And Kike Hernandez will go to second base on that wild pitch as it went out in and out of the glove of Higashioka. Game 1, it was a close game. Game 2 was a blowout. Game 3, a close game. Game 4, blowout. Turns out the 5-game series will be on the way. This game is all Dodgers. The run differential being 8. Swing and a miss for Taylor. And despite all that, the damage has already been done. That back in the second, the third innings, and now the 7th inning as the Dodgers are out hitting the Padres 11-3, and the Padres have the lone error. Gavin Lux delivers the 3rd home run for LA in this game to join Will Smith and Mookie Betts. Bottom of the 7th when we come back. The scene at Tropicana Field is absolutely devastating. I don't even know what to say. The ballpark is being used as shelter for first responders, and now it's being pulled off. Goodness. My thoughts go out to the people of Florida being affected by this. I just can't with this. I can't with this. I'm sorry. I just can't. Please stay safe, everyone. In a view from the side of the window, riding up the storm, the field is the roof is completely destroyed. Stay safe, everyone. And going on to the Mets game, no easy transition, with Francisco Lindor delivering another stellar performance for them. In their win over the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. And for the Dodgers, Daniel Hudson's coming in. Perfect free ERA. 3.00. And it gives Dave Robertson flexibility as they're looking at a potential Game 5 going up against Xander Bogaerts. Yes, a ball one that was spiked towards the dirt. Bottom of the 7th, here is the 1-0 that's outside to the right. Daniel Hudson, one of the veterans here for LA, as I'm switching over to my golf voice given the recent circumstances. Because this is just devastating. I just can't. Fastball 95 is inside to the bottom left. And I can't help but feel sorry for everyone in Florida. This one fouled back. So it's a 2-2 count now. And this is a great offensive showing by LA, and that's strike free for Xander Bogaerts as it fit onto the bottom left corner. So I'll be using my golf voice unless the Padres pull off a miracle. And this one for David Peralta is popped up onto shallow left. Teoscar's going to come in and make the catch. The pitching tonight, no earned runs between all relievers that they have had. It was announced by DeSantis that Tropicana Field was designated by the Florida Division of Emergency Management as a 10,000 person base camp for debris cleanup operations and first responders. And I'm sorry, but why would you leave that as a shelter? Here is the first throw for Cronenworth. 97 on the fastball by Hudson. Looking to deliver. Just feel like these players just want to go back to Los Angeles, and Shohei Ohtani, he is readying up for that. And this one's over to center field. Chris Taylor's all the way back, and this one will bounce off the wall. Taylor's still going after it. And Cronenworth will go all the way to third base for triple. So for the first time in this game, Jake Cronenworth will deliver a man at third base. It's a triple, but that's the closest that the Padres have come to scoring position. And this one is over to shortstop. Eventually, Tommy Edmonds there. That'll deliver the last out. So no runs scored here still in the 8th inning. Ohtani, Betts, and Hernandez. They've been striking. Will they score again? Or will they deliver some more? We'll be right back. Wandy Peralta staying on for this 8th inning. Not a lot of stuff going on in that bottom of the 7th. But so far, it's been all Dodgers in this game. Games 1 and 2 at Dodger Stadium split. And we may see another split here at Petco Park. There will not be any win bells here. Shohei Ohtani, 0-2 on the count. 30 years old and the presumptive NL MVP. Ball 1 is to the outside right. You get some more updates. Stuart Skinner was pulled from the crease. Calvin Pickard is in now. Connor Hellebuck has stopped out 25 shots from the Oilers. The end of 2. 5-0 Jets. Still it's 4-1 Canucks at Rogers Arena. Thanks to the 2 goals by Brock Besser. The 2 power play goals by Vancouver. Anthony Memphis scores shorthanded. It's free for free. Vegas. Casey Middlestat has made it a 1-goal game there. Here's the payoff throw. That will be a foul back. It's Ohtani that fouled off himself. It's a foul tip back. Wandy Peralta's still here. He's thrown 14 times. Maybe coming to the end of his outing. Could this be another walk for Ohtani? No. It'll be a sinker at 95, and Peralta gets his second strikeout. He's driven low, the top of the 8th inning. Oh, 1 count on a strike looking. So I'm not sure if Stuart Sternberg was involved in the agreement, like having Tropicana Field in a shelter. But I would assume that he is. 2 for 4 as Mookie will go down on swinging. That's another strikeout for Peralta. 2 up and 2 away. And Peralta wearing the 58 for San Diego. It's not what the Padres had in mind when they're looking to finish off the Dodgers. They feel that San Diego, maybe they have enough firepower in them to put away the Dodgers. But the Dodgers, they have a trick up their sleeve with the bats. And that's what they did. And with the bullpen as well. Fans are coming home. And the home plate umpire saying, no, 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 no. A quick word from Bolino. And Peralta's there. Here's 2-0 now. More relaxed on here because the game is pretty much over and done with. 3-0 as Teoscar goes down low. Usually Tampa doesn't get hit by hurricanes, but this is one of those rare cases. It's been over a century since a major hurricane hit the Tampa area. And Milton's becoming that first once in a century as that strike 1 down the middle. And that's a bouncer to third. Machado will throw all the way to first to Arraez. 6 more outs. Well, 9 more until this is all over. We'll be back. 9 more outs away until a Game 5. And we'll have to do this the rest of the way, carrying this broadcast on because we'll have to carry on. 39% chance to be shut out, the Padres are. So the other 61% has that chance in which they won't get shut out. So this first pitch from Blake Treinen. It's a ball on the bottom side. Treinen had to save in Game 1. A 1-2 first innings pitch is a 5-out save. Arraez is 0 for 3. This one delivered. Bobbled up. Tommy Edman can't handle it. And Blake Treinen. Not what he wanted to see to start our things off. It's the first time he has pitched since Game 1 of this series. It's not crazy that he is in there knowing that Dave Roberts is going to have a bullpen game. Fernando Tatis. Well, that's a hit. And a double in the third, but it's not hit since. At the Dodgers, they're making quick work at the Padres this far. Here's the 1-0. On the right line, called strike 1. Sweeper 83. Treinen trying to pick off his man at first base. That didn't go. Fans booing. Because they don't want to have the attention taken away from Tatis. So Arraez got back. Here the 1-1 goes. Tatis bouncing ball. This could turn 2. There's one delivered. The second one, not in time. Fielder's choice, replace Arraez with Tatis. So 1 up and 1 away. And Ken Rosenthal is delivering the official announcement that the roof of Tropicana Field has been taken off. First pitch, upstairs, 94 miles an hour. So we're wondering where can the Tampa Bay Lightning play their home games in the meantime? So this is upstairs again. 2-0 is the count. So we're looking at ice hockey venues in the state of Florida. Amalie Arena. Amerant Bank Arena being 2 of them. Here's the 0-2 count. Pitch, and it's downstairs for Jerkston Profar. I don't know if this could be ideal, but the Pensacola Bay Center has a capacity of 8,000. This is called strike 1. Profar thought he was going to walk, but he heard the umpire who will go back. So Pensacola Bay Center is not in the path of Hurricane Milton. Jacksonville Coliseum is also another arena to be considered. Will be considered for ice hockey. This is hit well to right field for a base hit. And Tatis will stop at second base. To the Padres, they get 2 on board. Blake Treinen pitching 10 times. Mike Schilt, 93 and 69 in the regular season. The 93 wins are the second most wins in franchise history, outside of the year they went to the World Series, most recently 1998 with Bruce Bochy. VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena is a multi-purpose arena in Jacksonville, serving as the home of the Jacksonville Icemen. At the ECHL, this first pitch for Machado is off. Here's the 1-0 on the bottom line. So division champions, the Dodgers, want to get a Game 5 and even advance to the NLCS, where they would face off against the New York Mets. And that's on bottom left on the cutter. 2-1 count. Two 1 pitch. Downstairs, 3-1. Sinker at 96 miles an hour. It's a 3-1 count. And we're trying and pitching to Machado. Fans waving their towels. They're down 8-0, but the game is not over. Machado fouls it to right. It now becomes a full count. They're trying to find locations on where the Lightning could play their temporary home games. Jacksonville Icemen play at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena at Jacksonville. Time call for Machado. Full count for Machado. Here's the throw. Delivered and fouled on a fastball. Freddie Freeman watching onwards. Who knows about his status for Game 5? So he's got the precaution that he should not play in this game. Another full count throw. And Machado will sit down. Treinen finishes him off. And Machado will chew on his bubblegum. The Orlando Magic have canceled 2 home preseason games that were going to happen this weekend, but nothing about using Kia Center as a temporary home for the Lightning. Dave Roberts has appeared in 9 consecutive postseasons, winning 3 pennants and a World Series title. Bobby Cox, 14 straight, with 5 pennants and a World Series title. So these two may be similar to one another. Well, Petco Park is playing La Bamba. You would confuse it that the Edmonton Oilers would be winning their game. Here's a spoiler. They're trailing 5-0 in their game against the Winnipeg Jets. It's 4-2 Vancouver. Rasmus Andersson has made it a 2-goal game for Calgary. You got to pitch hard and deliver at these moments. 2 up and 2 down in the 8th. No runner has reached third base until Jake Cronenworth in the 7th inning for San Diego. Jackson Merrill struck out, flew out, and grounded out. So Anderson gets Calgary within 2. Second pitch on the 0-1. A bouncer. This will be collected by Lux and a throw to Muncy. 6 more outs. And then it will be the end. 9th inning is next. Dodgers with their backs against the wall, they've handled things nicely. In a home team in Game 5, since 1995 in the division series, 14-21. NL home teams have lost 6 straight Game 5s. So that may be a troubling stat for Los Angeles, but as far as they're concerned, they're not worried about such. That's to bottom right. Yuki Matsui making his first appearance on the mound this postseason. One of 2 Japanese players on the Padres, alongside Yu Darvish. So Matsui, swing and a miss from Muncy. In the meantime, we have 2 flash flood emergencies in the Tampa area. The first one is for Hillsborough, Manatee, and Pinellas counties. This is until 2:30 a.m. Between 10 and 14 inches of rain have fallen because of Hurricane Milton making landfall. This is an extremely dangerous and a life-threatening situation. Do not travel unless you're fleeing the area subject to flooding or under mandatory evacuation orders. Be careful, because at the nighttime, it is hard to recognize the dangers of flooding. 2-2 count in the meantime. The other flash flood emergency is for Polk, Sumter, Hernando, Hillsborough, Pasco, and Pinellas counties until 4 in the morning. Between 8 and 12 inches of rain have fallen. Once again, this is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. And while Muncy has punched out, the areas affected: Tampa, Clearwater, Largo, Bradenton, Pinellas Park, Temple Terrace, Seminole, Palmetto, downtown St. Petersburg, Fort DeSoto Park, Brandon, St. Petersburg Beach, Anna Maria, Gandy, MacDill Air Force Base, West and East Leelman, and Feather Sound and Tampa International Airport. Will Smith takes ball 1 to the left, and on the other one, these locations are impacted: Tampa, Spring Hill, Lakeland, Plant City, Winter Haven, Haines City, Bartow, Newport Richey, Lake Wales, Auburndale, Zephyrless, Dade City, Brandon, Lutz, Fishhawk, Hudson, Holiday, St. Leo, Zephyrless South, and Zephyrless North. So Smith is put away. 2 up and 2 down for Yuki Matsui. Remember, this is a life-threatening situation. You could be killed if you do not take the appropriate actions now. Be careful. Good luck and stay safe. So this bullpen game is delivered for the Dodgers. We transition back as Edman wildly swung and missed. Landon Knack, who is the other listed starter on this roster, he is warming up. That game between Winnipeg and Edmonton is out of hand now. The 0-1. Check swing at first. I don't believe he went. No, he didn't. Third period is set to begin between Vegas and Colorado. Vancouver and Calgary at the end of 2. Knack warming up. He is the 4th starter in this rotation, but he can pitch for multiple innings. Dylan Cease chatting along through the dugout. Yuki Matsui. And this one delivered, crushed to left center field. That's going to be a base hit for Edman. So the damage is not done for Los Angeles. A 2-out base hit. Four games, 22 runs. This postseason for the Dodgers at the bats. In the previous 2 games, however, 7 games, 18 runs. In the previous 2 series. 4 games, 22 runs. They're having a combined 18 runs in the previous 2 series. The first one was tight with the San Diego Padres. Skied up by Gavin Lux. Will this go onto the seats? Kyle Higashioka is there. He'll make the grab. It did not hit the safety netting. So take us to the bottom of the 9th. Bogarts, Peralta, Cronenworth. Mop-up duty, it seems. Most likely. We'll be back. some Padres who are bringing some rally caps. They want to bring it up. It's an 8-run rally cap. Going over to the side. It's not like the Padres had a chance in this game, but they did have their fair share of looks. They have 3 outs to make something, to at least break this shutout, because a miracle would be pretty much out of sight. 5-3 Golden Knights in the third period. Landon Knack is coming in. This is not a save situation. He has started 12 games for the Dodgers in 15 appearances. Has issued 18 walks and 69 strikeouts. 3.65 ERA. He is listed as one of the starters, but he is appearing as a reliever. But he can go multiple innings if needed. He'll be getting the last 3 outs of this ball game. He'll be going up against Xander Bogaerts up first. First pitch. Called strike 1 is on the right line. 0-1 count. And Chris Taylor will be inserted at left field. Andy Pages at center field. This next one was outside on a fastball at 96. So Taylor makes a switch to left field. He's been utilized pretty much everywhere. From center field to third base, back to center field, and then left field. Swing and a miss from Bogaerts. Puts him in a 1-2 count. Kike Hernandez go from third base to center field to back to third base, which is usually the Max Muncy position. He is listed as a first baseman. The 1-2, ground ball foul left. Bogaerts, then David Peralta, and then Jake Cronenworth to round things out. San Diego was close to making it to the World Series 2 years ago. They were 3 wins shy of it. 2-2 count. And that was back when Bob Melvin was their manager. He is now the manager of the San Francisco Giants. This is a bouncing ball to third. Picked up by Kike Hernandez, who can't pick it up. And so Bogaerts will be safe at first. It's a reach on an infield base hit and not an error by Kike Hernandez, who tried to pick it up with his bare hand and not his glove hand. Trying to make a quick throw. So Melvin went to his hometown team. Played for 3 years, from 1986 to 1988. 0-1 count. So Melvin managed the Oakland Athletics from 2011 to 2021. He'll be across the bay this time. The 0-1. Swing and a miss from Peralta. The main question, is Freddie Freeman available? That is what they want to ask. Juan Soto wearing 22 for San Diego and his first of 2 years there. Jake Cronenworth, number 9. And here they also have Josh Bell and CJ Abrams. That bounced in and out. And a good block by Will Smith to prevent any further damage. No runs there. Yu Darvish, Pedro Avila were also there. Josh Hader, Pierce Johnson, Sean Manaea, Adrian Morejon, Joe Musgrove, and Robert Suarez. This has popped up over to left side field for Chris Taylor. So Teoscar Hernandez is done for this game. Manny Machado also part of that 2022 roster. Fernando Tatis Jr. So Jake Cronenworth now on. A double play can end it. Initially, Machado wore number 21. He switched to number 13. Trent Grisham also part of that team. He's now over to Yankees. Jurickson Profar was improved every year. 1-0 count. And Ha-Seong Kim, Brandon Drury also there. He's the 1-0 pitch. Cronenworth fouls it. Luis Campusano, also part of the roster. So Knack takes an exhale and then delivers to 1-1. It's outside left. So Tatis did not play in the 2022 season. He underwent surgery because of a fractured scaphoid bone suffered in the offseason. The cause of the injury is not confirmed, but it was alluded to a motorcycle accident that Tatis suffered in December. Cronenworth swung and missed. 2021 in the Dominican Republic. Tatis was then suspended for 80 games after he tested positive for steroid. He stated that this was from medication he took to treat ringworm that he did not check for steroids. Skepticism arose in a claim as Cronenworth will sit down, one more out away from a shutout. And because of that punishment, Tatis missed the first 20 games of last season. The game 2 turned into a blowout, and this game turned into a blowout. By this sequence, we could anticipate that game 5 would turn into a close game. Yu Darvish is the projected starter. Higashioka upstairs on the line. And a runner goes to second base on a fielder's indifference. Xander Bogaerts moves from first to second on the fielder's indifference. That went low, as Will Smith did not want to throw all the way to second base, knowing that the game is already out of hand. Just like in Game 2, the run differential was 8 runs in the blowout. 1-1 pitch. Bottom center. And the Padres down to their last strike of this game. Higashioka is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and a pop-out. Not really been looking good for him on this game, but good for Dave Roberts. And Will Smith made a good block. So this pitching staff not worried in LA that they can deliver. The question now is the $1 million question. Who is the starter? And that's outside of will Freddie Freeman start for the Dodgers. The 2-2. This is into the air to shallow center. We'll see you on Friday night. The Los Angeles Dodgers record their largest shutout win and the 22nd in franchise history to extend their season to Friday. Game 5 at Dodger Stadium. And the Dodgers delivered their bullpen game to perfection. 8-0. The win goes to Evan Phillips. The loss to Dylan Cease. 12-7 the hits for LA. With 3 home runs for the Dodgers. That's going to do it. I'm Alec Nava, saying so long from Petco Park. See you tomorrow for the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals from Kauffman Stadium. Good night, everyone.